Hello, and welcome back to Every Tiny Victory. My name is Crystal. I'm a 40-something-year-old woman living in Houston, Texas. I'm on a journey to get my health back in order after receiving a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. This is day 2 of my June challenge. Just get out there and do it. Thanks for joining me today. All right, guys, I just finished day 2 of the Just Get Out There and Do It challenge. It was honestly a little bit easier than yesterday. I still felt the burning in my hips around the third loop, somewhere between the second and third loop, but I knew that it would pass. I knew that it would pass this time, and I just kept at it. And again, it just kind of turned into a conscious burn that I knew was there, but it wasn't, it wasn't painful. So I think that's a good sign. The other thing, this morning when I woke up, I was sore. I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like super painful, but I was aware that my calves had not worked out like that in quite some time, and my quads, and even I would say like my back, my upper back, and like my lats. I think that is the muscle group, and I think that's because I was working on my form. I was trying to stay, really tall and open my chest so that my lungs could have the full, range to expand and contract. And I remember when I was training, like I said, many moons ago with Houston Fit, I started, actually, I was going through all my running stuff and emails and different things just to kind of figure out when I did what. And what I'm doing now, trying to build a base for walking, I actually did with a group called Power in Motion. And they were, I don't know if they are still in existence here in Houston or elsewhere, but it was for people that were literally coming up off the street and starting to walk for the first time. So they really worked on the mechanics of, proper, walking, proper stretching, like all these different kinds of things. And I just remember, one of the first lessons that they told us was, to kind of imagine that you have a string tied to your tailbone, basically, that runs all the way up your spine through your head, through the top of your head. And just imagine that somebody is kind of like pulling that tight. So if you can put your shoulders back and just focus on your, spine being as straight as possible, and then you're going to kind of, tuck your arms in. You don't want them like waving all about and stuff, but you kind of have your, elbows to your side, and you're gently pumping, I guess, your arms, kind of as you walk. But it really does help you to, work on your posture. Anyway, I think that's where the soreness for me came from today. I really was trying to be conscious of that, and, to walk tall, and I feel good for day 2. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I don't expect anything, worse. Today I actually had a negative split, so that was kind of cool. I did more distance today than I did yesterday at a lesser time. And so if you split lap by lap by lap, I had a negative split twice today, so that was kind of cool. But that's one of the things that I really enjoy about like walking, jogging, running, is that unless you're like an elite, like an Olympian or a triathlete or something, you're really competing against yourself. And I did better today than I did yesterday, and tomorrow I'm gonna shoot for a better performance for me. So that's one of the things I was really excited about today. I had a lot of inspiration out there on the track today. There were a lot of people working out, and it was good to see other people that were trying to get in shape and weren't like these super fit athletes. Not that that's not inspiring, but it felt good to be among my people. I'll just say that. It was good. Today was a good day. Work was great. I just had to hustle over here. I left work around 6:30 and then got home, changed real quick, and drove right over here to the track. So I think I need to work on either bringing my clothes to work and changing before I leave the office so I can come straight here, or I just need to leave work earlier. So I'm still working on that. I've been working on that for like 20 years. So anyway, it was a good day. I hope that you were able to get out and do some activity today. If you did, leave a comment leave a comment below with the walking person emoji, just to let me know that you did the walk with me today or the activity with me today. And if you'd like to leave a comment, you're welcome to. But I'll see you guys back for day 3 tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.